Hello, my name is Lau, and welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. I'm recording this like straight after the last video. Oh my feet! We gotta follow Miss Weasley.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore. I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up! Ah, the guide appears to have some information for you about that painting of poor Barufio. Simply cast Revelio on it, and we'll see what the guide says.
That's Lumos.
Revelio.
Field guide. No, give me back my hair. Give me back. No. Where? And clip that. Collection. Okay. Fingel, Defendel. Oh my god,
Clever,
I'm having so
isn't
much fun.
Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside
Revelio.
of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Nice little search stuff. Oh, I need that.
Ah, good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use blue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
This isn't what I think it is. Is this what I think it is? I need coffee.
And here we are. Quite the time saver.
Oh, it doesn't do
These
what.
stairs lead directly to Central Hall. You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always the heart of the hive, our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
I know all those three things.
Absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Afraid I can't take all the Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it to have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead. What with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, include own one. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
resource indeed,
Half
your
a bottle
field
of
guide.
acid
I'm
leech.
most pleased to be included.
Clockwise.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah. But the fact of this me just go boing. That's how I'm gonna enter. Oh, come on.
Stupid! Stay alive! Is that all you've got?
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Levioso.
It's not Levioso, it's Leviosa. It's
Now,
not
let's
Leviosa,
try
it's
something a little
Leviosa. Let me show off to the ladies.
Let us begin basic card. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, a surprise. Good. Well done. Well done. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
So,
Yeah.
I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
This should be easy.
Protego.
Protego.
Levioso, please. Say it more quick.
Students for this again. I do enjoy a lively duel. Use the basic cast when your opponent's guard is down.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I have to say, the voice acting is pretty.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, I can expect great things from you.
Oh, we come.
I demand excellence from my students.
Voldemort. Or,
They
sorry.
are capable of
He
achieving it,
who shall not be named.
and they must from dueling. But battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So,
Grindylows?
I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments. That's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
Nice work.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student. Perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club, or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested. Till next time.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Is that Pappy Sweeting?
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Yes. Thank you. I know. I can't do an Indian accent.
I am Nettie.
Hello,
So
I am
you
Nettie.
are the new student.
Yes, I
Have you
am
met
Nettie.
Professor Ronan yet?
Welcome. Now, this will be your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with a passion and rob such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the class. Now let's put objects they are and take turns summoning them as hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
The man was calling her out.
Accio.
That is not bad.
You are a swift, but remember, nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone.
Man
That's enough
is
of
like
that.
the cool
Well,
teacher.
as you all seemed an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for us fresh air.
God, I need that memory coming back.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, hmm? So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest student start us off? Hmm? Eh?
Don't know if I do.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of your spears and relinquish. Very good. Stay focused. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning toward you. Excellent control there. Don't lose your composure. Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no... Give our new student a bit of a challenge. Come on up.
If I knew I knew the battle.
You'll be the blues, just as before, and Minai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Here we go! There we go.
Accio.
Let us see this. That is how it's done.
Accio. The bus. Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Here we go! There we go.
Accio. Not to worry.
Let us see this. Phew.
Accio.
Be sharp. That is how it's done.
Accio. That's it! Very good, both of you. Well done.
I did good. No. That didn't look like I did good. It looked like Come on, bro. Gotta be honest with me. You're the cool teacher, bro. Gotta be honest with me.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right. It gets easier, I promise.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wagadu just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
Like, no offense.
And with you.
I just personally don't care
I
about
think
scary
Professor
stuff.
you better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio on humans.
A word, if you would.
you're so inclined.
Well,
To speak with me, Professor.
I did.
you know.
I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
Okay.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Yes. Goodbye now.
And then
Leviosa.
Lumos. Accio.
And by the end of it, the for magic was Albert.
No, it wasn't.
If Anna won't say my goodbyes, I shall cheer for the boy who says you're telling
I'm
lies.
not telling lies, Peeves. It was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. It was Basil Flack.
Ooh, fight! It's a bold attack. Was the minister a boot or the minister a flack?
That is annoying.
Stop it, Peeves. You'll get us in trouble.
In trouble?
What are you up to now?
What? Cannot walk around? Turn the bucket. No, close. I'll come in like a ninja.
Professor.
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
What name and am I?
Oh, excuse.
A Scottish elf?
There you are.
Or dwarf, or what the fuck it's called? He sure ain't no Dobby.
I trust
I just
your
angered
first
every
classes went well.
Scottish viewer I have.
Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you
Irish.
quite a
Sorry,
bit
not Scottish.
before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than you've told me. Isn't there?
Nothing more, Professor.
I see. Like trying to get a sonnet from a streeler. Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Hope it is.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you
Elder
to make
wand.
your first
I'm
visit
kidding,
to the
I'm
village with a
not.
classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sa or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Sebastian,
I'd like to
all
go
the
with
way.
Sebastian.
Glad to hear it. Mr. Sallow is a capable young wizard, and he knows the area. He'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Sticks.
Butterbeer. I want my butterbeer.
But that's gonna be it for this one. Again, dude, I'm loving it. It's sad that I have to, at like 9 a.m., I have to do a therapy lesson. Boy has, and he needs help. That's enough out of my personal life, okay? But if you like this video, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because it really helps me out. Notification button to never miss a video. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.